But the orcas are well organized. They don't want to end the hunt too quickly because they're teaching the young members of the herd how to kill. While the adults block the escape route back to the beach, the young orcas again and again bite at its flanks, releasing spurts of blood. The young orcas must take advantage of these occasions to learn the techniques of hunting in a group, one of the most deadly strategies adopted by certain predators on our planet, and which makes them virtually invincible. After the line of the primates to which we belong, the cetaceans are the most intelligent animals on the planet. This cooperative form of hunting requires coordination among the different elements and complex communication through sounds. The rules of the game of life dictate that this sea elephant should not have strayed so far from the coast. In all likelihood, he did so spurred on by his sexual desires, and it'll cost him dear. That is how natural selection works. This reckless male will not engender reckless cubs, and so that particular characteristic will be gradually wiped out among the sea elephant population. But on the other hand, he is collaborating in teaching the young orcas to kill better, which goes against his own species. From this bloody encounter, each species draws its conclusions. It's a game, after all, a constant test of strength. But the question of animal intelligence is always controversial. Is this octopus's ability to change color a form of intelligence? Imitating the background is a technique that some species have mastered to perfection. This is a fish, but its imitation of a piece of drifting seaweed is absolutely superb. His disguise helps him catch small prey while avoiding becoming someone else's breakfast. If it didn't move, you would never know this Madagascan gecko was there. But this reversible Ecuadorian frog plays a double game: camouflage on top and attention-seeking at the bottom. Hunters also know the trick. This lancehead snake looks just like another branch, but it bites. The gecko will never know what it was that grabbed it by the neck. Twice. The genetic changes to improve the species are not only physical. There are also a series of codes that remain engraved in the minds of many animals and are not the result of that individual's previous experience. One example of this are the bright colors that warn that a given animal is poisonous or doesn't taste good. All species in that environment would seem to understand them. In some way they are programmed responses, even if they have never seen them before. This frog is undoubtedly trying to say something with these bright colors. When a hunter detects movement, he heads towards it, as he almost always does, stealthily, but implacably. But when he sees it close up, he suddenly loses his appetite and makes a quick exit. The interspecies color code has, fortunately for this frog, worked. As hunting is so complicated, some species of animals have specialized in robbery. Eggs are nutritious rations of pure energy, wrapped, ready to take away. Here in the Valdez Peninsula, the Magellan penguins have one of their breeding colonies. The females lay 2 eggs in their nests dug in the ground, and both parents take turns to defend them, while the other one goes into the sea to feed. But sometimes they don't quite coordinate their movements and the nest is left untended. Then the egg thieves spring into action. The skuas, or parasitic jaegers, are true pirates. They constantly patrol the penguin colony, just waiting for one to make the fatal mistake. They are large, intelligent birds that could easily hunt or fish for themselves, but they have specialized in pillage. This strategy confirms the prevalence of the system of minimum effort in the natural world. For a skua, it makes more sense from an energy conservation point of view to steal eggs rather than flying long distances to fish. If they steal too many, they could wipe out the penguin colony. But it is more than likely that the skuas are the reason why the penguins lay 2 eggs instead of 1. Both sides continue to hone their respective strategies.